Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to Game Week 3 predictions for the Premier League. You guys have really enjoyed these videos so far and you've given them a hell of a lot of support. I've been reading all of the comments and predictions. Some of you have been closer than others, including myself. I've had some terrible picks so far and some awful predictions. So here's hoping that today goes a little bit better. If you do enjoy this one, as per usual, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. We have just smashed through 1,000 subs. It seems like the Champions League predictions really help with that. So if you are new to the channel and this is your first video since the Champions League's one, this is what we do each week. And then throughout the week, you'll see like a Leicester vlog from the game and some other videos here and there. So if you do want to see more, make sure you hit subscribe. Go and follow all of my other stuff like my main YouTube channel, which is FIFA, and Twitch, which is also FIFA. But let's get into the predictions for this week. So we start this week off with Manchester City against Arsenal. Now, this is even crazier based on what has happened in the last 24 hours. Now, nothing is fully finalised yet. However, it was looking increasingly likely that Cristiano Ronaldo was going to sign for Man City. Now, it's done. It's off. He's going to be going to Man U again, and the reunion is going to happen. So City now looking like they're going into the season without a striker or anyone of that ilk. So no Ronaldo, no Kane. It's interesting. I don't know whether they're going to now try and play someone like Sterling or Torres up front, but hey, we're going to have to see how they deal with that situation. Now, they are at home to Arsenal in the first game of the weekend. The early kickoff, always a dodgy one for results. However, Arsenal been awful in the league so far. Absolutely shocking. Yes, they won in the Cup. They absolutely stomped. I can't even remember who it was. West Brom. And it didn't really mean much because it was the Cup and West Brom put out a second team. Arsenal basically played their first team. Man City, again, are really going to want to put a statement down now that we don't need Kane, we don't need Ronaldo, we're going to beat you either way. And with how bad Arsenal have looked, I think that that's easily going to happen. So I'm going to predict Man City to win 3-0. Next up, we've got Villa versus Brentford. Now, both having an interesting start to the season. Brentford with that great win over Arsenal on the opening day, and then a 0-0 draw following up from that. So 2 clean sheets is really good for them. Aston Villa are going to be without Leon Bailey, it looks like, for this game. Danny Ings, though, getting off to a good start for them. Buendia, a little bit of a knock right now, might not be able to play as well. So, couple of bumps and bruises for Villa. However, they're looking decent right now, and I feel like this is going to be a really entertaining game. It's a shame that it's a 3 p.m. kickoff. I think this is going to be a pretty tight game. I'm going to go with a 1-0 win for Aston Villa. Next, we move on to Brighton versus Everton. Another interesting fixture, especially regarding Everton and what may happen to them in the next few days with the remainder of the transfer window. There are many rumours going around right now that they are going to lose Moise Kean, who doesn't really mean that much to them, to Juventus. He's going to go back there if Ronaldo leaves, which it looks like he will. And maybe if PSG sell Mbappe to Real Madrid, rumours are they're going for Richarlison. Now, that therefore has meant that Everton have been linked with Maupay. So it's a bit of a merry-go-round, and interesting to see how that's going to affect this game with Maupay potentially playing against them. So Brighton have looked decent so far. Nothing like outrageous, like they don't look like they're going to challenge the top 6 or whatever, but they do look decent, and it's good to see because they've got some half-decent players and they're performing okay right now. Everton are still very hard to judge under Rafa Benitez. I think this is going to be a close game, but with a decent amount of goals because the defence, I'm not that sold on it. So I'm going to go with 2-2 in this game. We then move to Newcastle versus Southampton here. And Newcastle got off to not the best start against West Ham with their 4-2 loss that they happened to get in that game. Although they had people like St. Maximin looking like they were back to their best. Second game, all over the place really at times. Southampton unlucky in the last game in order to not win that game against Man United. They very easily could have. Adam Armstrong had a brilliant chance to make it 2-1 late in the game, and they probably deserved the win out of the two teams. So, unfortunate for them, and based on the games that we've seen so far, Armstrong looking good for them, etc., I think that Southampton are just going to edge it, but I don't trust either defence to keep a clean sheet, so I'm going to go with 2-1 Southampton. Next up, the big one. Norwich versus Leicester. I am going to this game. An away trip to Norwich is going to start early morning tomorrow. And there will be a vlog of the away day trip, basically, that will go up on Sunday. So if you are interested to see how my experience goes, that video will go out then. Norwich smashed somebody in the cup. I think it was 6-0 or something like that. However, in the league, they've had a horrible start. However, they've played against Liverpool and Man City. So, I mean, they were expected to get absolutely battered, weren't they? However, their goal difference is really bad right now. Really, really, really bad. Leicester, on the other hand. What to say? I mean, a lot of West Ham fans were happy with my honest assessment in the vlog that I did after that game that I went to. What a great trip that was. If you want to check that out, it's on the channel. We got absolutely battered. Absolutely battered by West Ham after just about beating a Wolves team purely because Adama Traore cannot finish his dinner. I think there's a chance that we change formation. Perez got a red card against West Ham. There's no way that's getting rescinded. I think we might switch back to the sort of 3-5-2 that we were playing towards the second half of last season where we had Iheanacho and Vardy, who had a great partnership, but now Iheanacho has been kicked off to the bench to try and shoehorn Barnes back into the team in a 4-3-3. It is not working right now. So I think we'll switch back and I would be a bit more confident with that formation. Even though we do have centre-back injury problems, which is a little bit of an issue. But I think that our midfield, our wing-backs and our forwards would do a lot more in that formation. I think that's what we're going to play. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win 3-1 because we do have centre-back problems, so we might concede one. So 3-1 Leicester. We have two more games on the Saturday, the first of which is West Ham against Crystal Palace. West Ham, surely, they're going to win this, right? They're top of the league. They're loving life. Palace, just a bit meh, really, aren't they? Like, doesn't really matter what the results are right now. It's just not... It's not really inspiring, really, and I wonder how it's going to go for Vieira in the long term at Palace. I hope for his sake that it does work out, but we'll have to wait and see. But for now, West Ham are absolutely doing bits. Ben Rama and Antonio are smashing it. I think that they're going to win this one again, 3-0. And then the last one for the Saturday is the big one. Liverpool-Chelsea. Lukaku v Van Dijk. Monstrous clash right here. I'm very, very excited for this one. But I'm not even going to go into any more detail. Very, very brief. This is going to be a sick game. I cannot wait to watch it. I think there's going to be a good amount of goals. I'm going to go 3-2 Chelsea. We move on to the 3 Sunday kickoffs. And the first one up is Burnley against Leeds. Burnley, just meh. No one really gets that excited about watching Burnley play, do they? Leeds, on the other hand, very entertaining team, and this is going to be a really good one to watch on TV. It's interesting, or actually a little bit frustrating, that Spurs games for the last 2 weeks have been on the Sunday, but not been on TV, whereas this one, Leeds are entertaining every time. I think that they're going to do very, very well here. I think they're going to smash it. I think they're going to win 3-0. And then onto the Tottenham game. So this one on the Sunday, but not on TV. The reason why is because it was moved due to the fact that they had their Europa Conference League qualifier this week and last week where they went through against Pacos de Ferreira. Now, the difference maker, Harry Kane is 100% confirmed that he is staying now. He's most likely going to be playing week in, week out, and they should be basically getting back to normal. Sissoko has confirmed that he's going to Watford. Gil is looking good. He played recently. So Spurs looking a little bit more like themselves now. And Watford, they've had an okay start to the season, but I think that Spurs at home, with Kane back and firing after his goals in that qualifying game, I think they're going to be too much for them. I think they're going to win 2-0. And then the final game of the weekend is now even crazier. We've got Wolves versus Man United on the Sunday evening. Wolves lost to us on the opening day of the season. They didn't look that good. Adama in the second game then also continued on his run of form of not being able to do much with the ball after running past a load of people. So Wolves not doing incredible right now. Man United, on the other hand, are looking pretty damn good. And at the time of recording, about an hour ago, when you're now seeing this video, I've already just uploaded another video. Cristiano Ronaldo is re-signing for Man United, confirmed. from United themselves, barring some disaster with personal terms, which is not going to happen. He's back in the Prem. He will not be able to play in this game. He will not be registered or anything like that in time. He may even have to quarantine. I'm not too sure. It depends on where he's coming from, going to, etc. But he will be back after the international break. Ronaldo will be there for United. It's going to be crazy. Time to rip up your fantasy teams, guys, because he's going to screw with all of them. But in this game, I think United have just got too much for Wolves. I'm going to go with 3-0, I think. And hopefully we'll see a start for, if not both, either Sancho or Varane. But let me know your thoughts. Those are all of my predictions for the Premier League this weekend. Let me know yours down in the comment section down below. There will be a Norwich v Leicester preview going up tomorrow, which is a bit more in-depth as to what I think exactly is going to happen in that game, and then we'll have the Norwich vlog from my away day trip that will go up on the Sunday. So I really thank you for all the support recently. We are getting towards those watch hours that we need for this channel to actually be monetizable, which would be really nice for me, obviously. We smashed through 1k subs, so thank you so much. Anyone that's new, make sure you join the channel as well. I guess we're now on the road to 1.5k, something like that. Thank you for all your support. I'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.